Hello everyone, both parishioners of St. Monica, St. Elizabeth, St. Stephen, and everyone who's been tuning into our webpage and our social media accounts and watching us at Mass. A question has arisen among some people who watch our videos, and it's really a question we priests ask amongst ourselves as well. It's one thing to sit and passively watch a video, and there's a wonderful connection that happens between our scattered parishioners in the parish when we celebrate the Eucharist here, and all of you are able to watch it online. But some people have asked if there wasn't something more that we could do spiritually during this time. These days of Lent, where we are all of us trapped in our homes due to the COVID-19 pandemic, are almost like a retreat in some ways in the wilderness. We are all of us going through the wilderness during this Lent, and we are fasting in many ways from the things that have given us faith and life, the Eucharist, attendance at Mass, religious education, all the things that we do as a community which have been so strained now as a result of the pandemic. So what we thought we would do is also, in addition to putting up Masses and services online, we would also begin to offer various opportunities for us as individuals to deepen our faith life and our prayer life. And one of those things is something that we actually began putting in the bulletin at the beginning of Lent. We call it 5-Minute Jesus. And it is an opportunity for an individual or a group of individuals, if you get together to do this, to read the Sunday Gospel and then each day reflect on it with a different question. Now, we started putting them in the bulletin on the first week of Lent, before the first Sunday of Lent. But unfortunately, as the pandemic came down upon us, all those plans kind of went by the wayside. So what we've done is we've taken the 5 Sundays of Lent and we've put them on our website. And you can go there and you can download the 5-Minute Jesus for each Sunday. This is the one that I downloaded. It will look like this when you print it. And you'll see that it has the gospel written here, and then a series of questions, one for each day of the week. This is something you can do in the privacy of your own home. Read the gospel through slowly and prayerfully, maybe even out loud, so that you hear the words being spoken even as you hear them in your head. And allow yourself, when you're reading the gospel, to picture what's going on. So often when it comes to Bible stories, we just read through them as if they're rote, and they're not meant to be read, actually. They're meant to be heard, because the first people who encountered these scriptures far more frequently heard them read to them, rather than were the readers. And then at the end, allow yourself to sit with that story for just a moment, and imagine it, and picture it, and ask yourselves questions. And on Sundays, the questions are always the same. Was there something in this reading that spoke to me, comforted me, challenged me? What was it? And why did it have this effect on me? And that sets us up for the rest of the week. So you can take 5 minutes of your day, just 5 minutes, and reflect each day on the question that's asked about this reading. One of the things that I find that I'm doing now is every day I'm doing this myself, and I am journaling about it. I'm sitting in my journal and I'm writing down my thoughts about that question. And I've really been surprised at how spiritually nourishing it has been to spend those 5 minutes with the scriptures, with the Word of God, with Jesus, who is the Word made flesh and speaks to us of the Father and of the Father's love. So we've put that up for Lent. We are going to continue to do that, actually, afterwards, during the Easter season and on throughout the year, offering weekly questions long after the bulletin is up again and we're back to normal, offering weekly questions so that people might begin to prepare for Sunday by reflecting on the gospel reading. I hope that in your time at home, after you've looked at the Mass and after you've said your prayers, you might download one of these and just read through one of the Sunday Gospels in Lent, and then throughout the week, reflect on it and see just how much richer your appreciation of the Word of God will be. This practice is one of the earliest practices in the Church. Monks and nuns have practiced it for over 1,000 years in monasteries and convents. It's called Lectio Divina, because after you have reflected on the scriptures and after you have read through them prayerfully and meditated upon them, the next stage is to make some kind of a resolution as to how I will live a changed life as a result of what I've experienced, and then to give God thanks for the gift of that insight in your daily life. I hope this helps, and I hope you make Lectio Divina, 5-Minute Jesus, a part of your Lenten